Hi guys, I'm just gonna do a kind of talk through, chit chat, get ready with me, since I have the time to film. So the first thing I'm gonna put on my face, I've already washed and moisturized and everything, is this Nivea for Men post shave balm. I'm using it to prime. Trust me, it works wonders. You also get 100 milliliters or 3.3 ounces for $5-6. The reason it works so well is because it has glycerin in it. Glycerin helps foundation stick. Let that sit. I'm gonna spray my face with the setting spray. This is actually a bunch of them mixed together in my MAC Prep and Prime, my Fix Plus bottle. So we're gonna see how this works. There's a couple of new things I'm going to be trying out today too. I picked this up yesterday. I've heard so many good things about it. And then I decided to give this a shot. So, we'll see. Since I have pretty full eyebrows already, I don't really need to fill them in. So maybe just a little zhuzh is all I need. Alright. I'm going to use the E.L.F. Acne Fighting Foundation. I don't know. Oh, it's in the it's in the shade Beige. I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand here. It does go a little bit orange on me. However, after all said and done with bronzing and blush and setting powder, it's really hard to tell. But I like this stuff. One, because it's $6. And you can't beat that. Not to mention, it does help my skin out a little bit. It doesn't make my breakouts worse. I wouldn't say it makes them better, but it definitely doesn't make them worse. So, I should really use a mirror. That would be really helpful right now, so I can see what I'm doing. I'm just using the viewfinder right now. And I'm just using a damp beauty blender to apply it. I find this is the best way to get the most even coverage. I do have brushes that kind of do the same thing, but I feel like it uses more product than when I use the beauty blender. And I'm all about saving money and saving my stuff and getting the most use out of my stuff. Always make sure you go down the neck, otherwise you get a floating head, and that doesn't look cute on anybody. This is the only place I swipe my beauty blender. I don't need thick coverage down here, I just need the color to be there. I always make sure I get up on my ears too. Because that's important, especially if your hair is up. I'm using my computer monitor to help my lighting right now, so if it kind of goes dark, that's because I have to move my mouse. You do what you gotta do, right? Alright. Alright. Next we're going to conceal using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This is in the shade Sable? It's number 20. I'll just use this. This one's easier to open. I go down the center of my nose, make my little tree here, under the eyes, in a triangle shape because that's important. And around the Cupid's bow. You can also do your chin. I don't. I try to put the least amount of product there as I can. And that's because my skin is so oily, and that's one of the places it gets oily first is my chin for whatever reason. I must touch it a lot. Then I just use the pointy end of the Beauty Blender and blend that out. Just tapping motions. There we go. So I'm a little brighter under the eyes now. Now I'm going to set the whole freaking thing with my Airspun. Pick that up at Walmart for like, I don't know, $5 or so. Kind of smells like Old Lady, but this stuff works quite well for setting everything. Now I set my entire face, including the under eyes. I'm going to let that sit for a little bit while I do other things. Just because, like I said before, my skin gets so oily, this kind of helps absorb some of that oil throughout the day, so it takes longer for the oil to break through. There we go. So now we're going to move on to eyes. Well, let me do my brows first. So we're going to give this NYX brow mascara in Espresso a try. And see how this works out. Like I said, I have some pretty thick brows. They look a little white now because of the powder. So I don't really need to do much to them. Oh, this is nice. So you can definitely see a difference between the two. This is all I need. This is fantastic. This makes my brow game so much faster. There we go. Nice. That's perfect. Highly recommend this. It was like $7. Picked mine up at CVS, but Ulta and Target should have it as well. Okay. I'm going to prime my eyes for my eyeshadow. I use this Hard Candy eye primer. Also inexpensive. Most of the stuff I'm using today is drugstore, except for my eyeshadows and my contour. Just a little bit on the lids. Just blend it out with your fingers. And then set it. So I'm going to use Beige in my Lorac Pro Matte palette to set it. I'm going to use this dual-ended crown brush, the fluffy side. And just go over all of it. You just want a color that's close to your skin tone for this, because you're just setting the primer that's underneath. The primer helps your eyeshadow not crease, which is great. If you ever sit there during the day and you look and you see like there's little lines and it looks oily on your eyelid, or it's all stuck in your crease, that's what creasing is, and this prevents that. Okay. I'm going to use this fluffy brush, the Smudge Stash. I got this in my Ipsy bag a few months ago. And I'm going to go in with Latte, which is this one here. And I'm going to put that right in my crease. This is a transition shade. It's just a little bit darker than my skin tone, but it makes anything I put in my crease that much easier to blend out with that shadow underneath there. And I'm just going to do a pretty natural look today. No eyeliner, even though I grabbed some. No eyeliner. Just because my eyes are a little sore. I think I might have a sty here, so I probably shouldn't be putting anything on, but well. Alright. I'm going to go into my Naked One palette, and we're going to put Buck over that transition shade in the crease. And we're going to use this blending brush from Sonia Kashuk. It's just a warm brown. It gives my eyes some definition. I'm going to make sure you buff out really, really well, and that's what these blending brushes do, is they help buff out the color so it's not so harsh. You don't want harsh lines. Harsh lines are no fun. Look how pretty that is. Nothing super harsh here. Alright, on the lid. I have so many brushes, and sometimes this is a problem. No, seriously. Those are just eye brushes. There we go. Just going to use a flat brush. This actually came in this palette. Oh, right there. We're going to put Sidecar on the lid. Sidecar's right here. So it's just like a sparkly taupe color. And I have a love-hate relationship with these shadows because sometimes they work amazingly and sometimes there's like no pigment. I don't understand why. So I'm just putting that all over the lid, just a simple look today. I know I make really cute faces when I do this. Okay. And then I'm going to take the pencil side of this crown brush that I used before. I'm going to take Virgin, and I'm just going to pop that in the inner corner of the eye. It just brightens it up a little bit. So you look a little more awake. Like that. Alright. I'm going to take this flat brush. This is a double-sided brush from Urban Decay. It came in my Naked 3 palette. And I'm going to go in to my Lorac Pro Matte palette and take Linen, which is this white here. I'm going to put that under the brows. And it just kind of highlights the brow bone there a little bit. Alright. And then we're going to go back with this Smudge Stash blending brush, and we're just going to make sure everything's well blended. And there we go. Okay. Oops, dropping stuff. I was going to do way more with my eyes than So we're going to simplify this a little bit. So for mascara today, I'm just going to use the Colossal by Maybelline in black. We're just going to coat top and bottom lashes with it. That's cute. Lashes are like sticking together. Okay. And then we're going to go in with my Rimmel Scandaleyes eyeliner in a nude, and that's going to go in my waterline. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. If you have smaller eyes, it helps open up the eyes. It helps you look more awake as well. There we go. Now that the eyes are done, I've been baking long enough. I'm going to take this big fluffy brush from Sonia Kashuk. It's not one of my favorites because it sheds, but whatever. It's nice and big. I'm just going to dust off all of this excess powder. So I look a little more human again. And we're going to go in and do a little bit of a contour. I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. And I'm going to use the center shade right here. I just hit pan on that the other day. It's really upsetting. And I'm just going to go in with this Real Techniques brush. It's dual fiber contouring brush. Find my hollow, put the product there, and then I turn the brush the other way so I can blend it out. So there's a little bit there, but it's not overpowering. Same on the other side. It's always much harder to do everything on this side of my face. And my hands all crossed up right now. And then take that same shade and I go along my hairline. Gives your face some dimension. So basically where I didn't put that concealer earlier, of course make sure you blend it out, otherwise you end up with a bronzer helmet. Nobody wants that. And down the sides of the nose. I don't feel the need to use a smaller brush to do this. It looks fine. It's not too stark lines. That's all you need. And we'll go under the bottom lip here. And then on the jawline. Bam. Glam. Alright. We're going to try this highlighter. So it's the Illuminating palette by Wet n Wild. It's like $5 at CVS or Walgreens or some Walmarts. It'd be really great if I could get it open though. We're good. We're good. I already stuck my finger in it and played with it a little bit just to see what it was all about. So we're going to use the shade way on the left here. Oh, is this powdery? Look at all that. Well, we'll see. This is a fan brush. It's not that abrasive of a brush, so I'm confused on why it kicked so much powder up. So anyway, use a fan brush. Use the side of a fan brush, not the end of it, otherwise you end up with a line. Just go back and forth on top of your cheekbone. At least the camera's catching it. It's hard for me to see it, but it's showing up on the camera really, really well. So, got a nice highlight going there. And then in the center of the nose. And Cupid's bow. I'll play with this more and see how I feel about it, but not happy with how powdery that is. I'm going to take NYX Ombre blush in Mauve Me. Again, if I can get it open, that'd be wonderful. My nails look great, but it makes doing certain things really difficult. That's what it looks like. It's kind of got an overlay on it, so it's kind of upsetting, but it's a really pretty color. And we're just going to use this powder brush. That's going to go between the contour and the highlight, back towards your temple, starting on the apple of your cheek. And if you do it this way, it's easier to blend your contour and your highlight together so it doesn't look like you just have 3 lines of a product on your face. So yeah, it's kind of got like a purpley color to it, which I really like because it's not like ba-bam in your face, but it's something different. And now I need a lip color. We're going to go with Kat Von D Lolita. This is the new formulation. This is one of my favorite lipsticks out there. I love this formula because it basically stays all day. No, sorry, I guess you want to see what I'm doing. I don't use a liner with these because the applicator does a pretty good job. However, I'm also horrendous at doing my lips. They actually turned out okay today. And just finish off with setting spray. I bathe in it. Takes that cakey look away from all that powder I put on my face. And there you go. It's a finished look. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed it, and hit subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!